Hello, I am Mani Malarvannan. In this video, we will look into how we can use tokens in Web3 to acquire users and build a community. There are a lot of differences between how you engage with users in Web2 versus Web3. We will look into it, how we can able to make use of Web3 technology to have a great user community. So the main difference in between the Web3 and Web2 is that in the Web2, you send a message either through email or you post a link in social media platforms. They click and they read your blog or they read your email, and that's all they do. If they like it, probably they subscribe. You can able to know whether they subscribed or not by using Web2 analytics, but that's all. But in the Web3, it's completely different. You need to make sure that you are making the users, your customers, participate in your decision making process. Say if you are building a product or if you are building a new service for your customers, then the first thing you need to do is to get the users, make sure that they understand what you are building so that you can able to get their input and use it in your product even in the initial stage, even before you go and start building the product from the drawing board all the way you go to the production. You need to make sure that you engage your users and customers. As a Web3 marketing agency, you will have a lot of customers in Web3. For example, they may engage you in for initial coin offering, or they may engage you in popularizing a Web3 game. So, irrespective of your customers, you need to make sure that you engage the users, you build a community around the product that you are marketing for your customers. So that's a big difference between Web 2 and Web 3. So the Web 2, it's one-way communication. Maybe some companies, they may collect data from social media platforms. In Web 2, they may do some analysis and that's all. But in Web 3, you also need to collect the data from the blockchain and connect those two data, both the Web 2 data and Web 3 data, to create a 360-degree view of your customers. And then you build a community around your product or service that you are marketing. So why Web3 user acquisition needs a new approach? The first thing is the education gap. There are so many different technologies that are there in Web3. In Web2, it's only the browser, or if they are using a mobile phone, then it's an application. So once they have the application, they start using your product or services. But in Web3, there is a lot of learning you need to do for your customers so that they can understand what exactly you are marketing. For example, if we are marketing initial token offering for a company in Ethereum blockchain, you need to make sure that what are all the different wallets that Ethereum blockchain supports. Or if you are doing it for Solana blockchain, then it's a different wallet. So you need to understand these technologies, and also you need to educate your customer base about these new technologies and slowly start acquiring your customers and build a community around the product that you are marketing. And there are still a lot of skepticism and trust that are there in crypto. There are a lot of scams happened in the crypto technologies, but there are a lot of genuine players, genuine technologies, genuine crypto companies that do exist, and it's going to keep growing in the coming years. So another important aspect is the decentralized nature of the communities. See, if you are using a social media platform like X or Facebook, any of those platforms, the individual companies, like in Facebook case, the Meta owns all the users' data. In case of X, then the X owns the Twitter. owns all the data. They can decide to change the username, they can decide to shut you down, they can change the rules and policies. But in the Web3, that's not the case. It is a decentralized mechanism. There are a lot of social media applications are coming up in the next couple of years. Those applications will be popular. Once your customers start using those type of applications, then nobody can shut it down because it's a decentralized. In the decentralized application, your communities exist. One single company cannot make decisions and shut down or change policies. All the policies and rules will be codified in smart contract applications that will be deployed in a blockchain, whether it's again Ethereum blockchain, Solana, or any other blockchain, whatever the blockchain it's been used. It's all codified in the smart contracts. So even if there is a change, then that has to be given to the your community and everybody has to vote based on that community decisions, individual decisions. Then only you can able to change the contract that's being deployed. Otherwise, nobody can change the contract, nobody can change the rules and policies. So your users, those who are coming to your network, social media platform, they know what they are going to get in. So once the rules they understand, it's not, they know that it cannot be changed. So you are building the trust in the very beginning of the process. So once they start registering, once they became a member, then they actively participate. They can able to bring in their friends and families to the group. Like that, you can grow your community. And there are different wallets are there, and each wallet uses the different types of protocol to communicate. Again, that's all based on the blockchain. Now Ethereum is a popular blockchain. There are a lot of wallets exist, and Solana blockchain is also coming up, and there are specific wallets that are there. So if we are using Solana, then it's a different type of wallet you need to use. So you need to make sure that you are educating these to your customers so that they can understand the technology in the Web3. So why Web3 user acquisition needs a different approach? So the technology is one thing, and then the education, the gap that exists. Everybody understands browser. So once they have a laptop or a smart or a mobile application, mobile phone, they can start using the browser and start interacting with your website. They can read the articles, they can post messages, they can do whatever they want to do. That is in the Web 2. In the Web 3, the technology is maturing, there are new standards are coming up. So you need to make sure you as a marketing company understand those technologies, or you partner with the technology company, those who can educate you, and then you go and create blogs and make your users understand what exactly is happening in the Web3 so that you can able to attract customers and you can be genuine in front of your customers. You are not a scammer, or you are not posting just messages in social media to attract customers. They know that you are a genuine marketing agency. You can able to attract customers by engaging with them on a regular basis. The step one, the focus on onboarding. So as a marketing agency, your number one goal is to identify the service you are marketing and create a community by engaging your customers and then making them understand your product or service that you are marketing and make them a member. It could be either subscribing to your newsletter or registering to your website or any type of interaction. You need to start with making your customers onboarding into your product or service. So for that, you can use tokens. Again, if you are using traditional Web2 technologies, they can just subscribe to your newsletter by giving their user ID and password, giving their email, and then they can use their user ID and password to register. But in the Web3 world, if you are marketing, if you are going to market, then you need to come up with a tokenization methodology, technology to make your customers participate in your discussions. Say, for example, if you are if you are marketing a company that is developing games. In this case, you can come up with it's basically you are marketing for a Web3 games company. In this case, you can come up with tokens for them to start engaging with your platform that you are marketing. So for that, they need to purchase the tokens. Anytime they purchase the token, they need to pay a transaction fee in Ethereum blockchain or any other blockchain that you are planning to create the tokens. So the one thing you can do to make the transaction fee a gasless transaction fee. So you can come up with the technology either within the smart contract, or you can use the third party companies so that anytime they can purchase the token. So they can able to get the token, one token without any transaction fee. So once they have one token, that means they are subscribed to your service. So they can use the token to log in to your website. They can log into your decentralized application and they can start using your services. They can learn more about it. Since it is free for the first token, then you can attract customers without any issues. They should be able to purchase the token. Only the first token you can give it as a transaction free for them. And then if they want to have a second token, then they need to pay for it. So then why would they buy a second token? You can incentivize that if they have two tokens, then they can access more of the gaming site, or they can do more with your platform that you are marketing. So you come up with different strategies and then to attract the customers. So the first goal is to onboard the customers. And also you can have the social logins if they have a Google, Gmail, or Microsoft email. They should be able to use that credentials and log in. So you can make it easy for them to log in if you are still planning to use the Web2 technologies. So but still in the Web3, tokenization is the way to go, and there are a lot of companies, they already started using these technologies to attract customers. So the second thing is the effective use of tokens. So as we discussed earlier, the one way to attract customer is to have the token. You set up the token in any blockchain that you decided to go, and then you should be able to make sure that your customers are able to buy the token without any issues. And you can give some rewards if they say, for example, you can have a transactionless uh, tokens, or if you want to charge, then you can incentivize by giving some rewards for them to purchase your initial token. So once they purchase the initial token, then you can say that they can instantly log into the gaming site that you are marketing and start playing around. For one token, maybe they can go to one or two levels. And then if they have two tokens, they can go to the four levels, something like that. You come up with some kind of a mechanism for them to buy more tokens. And then again, all those things you are telling upfront for them. You cannot change these policies as you go. You have to tell, if you have one token, you log into your gaming site and you can go to two levels. And then if you say that if they want to go to the fifth level, they need to have at least three tokens. So if you have that kind of policy, you have to codify everything in the Ethereum or any smart contract application that you deploy, and then make your user to aware even before they buy the first token, so that they know that it's all been set. You are not going to change. You are not going to change the rules and regulations in the middle of the game once they start logging in after a couple of days. So all those things are possible in the Web3, and you need to, as a marketing agency, you need to start thinking about how to use it. So building the community is the paramount thing in Web3 for any marketing agencies. Your company exists based on your community, even from for your marketing agency, and you can come up with irrespective of which customer you are going to support within, we are going to market in the Web3. You as a marketing agency has to needs to build a community around the services, and if you have any products around that also, so that you can able to attract more customers in the future. So for that, one other approach is the decentralized organizations. They called DAO. For example, you can say that within the marketing agency, even before you can any decisions you make, it's all based on the policies and procedures that are developed by the decentralized organization. So you can upfront tell these are all the several different services you are going to offer, and anybody who wants to participate in these services, they can come and join based on the token system that you have. So you can tailor the genuine interaction for your services from your customers. So whatever money you make out of your marketing services that you do, you have to pay for your community also, because you are bringing in the community. And if you have 10,000 or 20,000 people within your community, then as a marketing agency, you can tell that, okay, I'm going to market for a gaming company, and these are all the fee we are charging, and this is the based on the token, the profit will be distributed. If you have one token, then people will be getting $10, something like that. If somebody has 10 tokens, then one token $10, they will be getting $100, something like that. So your users are not passive users in Web2. They are interacting with you, they are bringing in their friends and family, and they are participating in whatever you are marketing, either purchasing or going and posting about that services to other people and bringing them into your community. So uh, you are building a community with the users from the from the beginning itself, and slowly you are growing the community. So one of the main uh, concept in Web3 is the understanding the data. In Web2, there are tools exist where you can able to identify how many users visited your website and what they did on your website, whether they are coming on regularly or they are coming only on the weekends. You can able to identify many different metrics you can able to calculate. You can able to identify there are tools available. The challenge in the Web3 is you need to know all those, plus you need to know what is going on in the blockchain. Say, for example, if you have a Ethereum blockchain, and if you are marketing for a company, they have an application in Ethereum blockchain. You need to know how many different transactions are happening every day, how many wallets, that tokens they are using on a regular basis, how many transactions are happening, how much gas fee is being paid by individual user. All those informations are available in the blockchain. You need to make sure that you collect those data and try to understand both the Web2 data and Web3 data, so that you can have a 360 degree of your customers, to understand what your community, individual community member is thinking and doing within your product and services. And also the another strategy, you can use the A/B testing. You can have two different pages for your decentralized application, and you can see which page is attracting more customers, and decide which way to go if you are planning to build a new decentralized web page for your customers. And also adopting the decentralized identity systems. See, the main difference between the Web2 and Web3 is, in the Web2, Google, if you have a login in Google, then the Google company owns it. If you have a login in X, then the X owns your login details, the user ID, password, all those informations. As a user, you cannot transfer that from X to Facebook, from Facebook to X, and so that's not possible. But in the Web3, there are companies, technologies exist where you can have a decentralized identity with one user ID and password, or it could be a token. You can able to log into multiple different applications. And the companies, those who have the technology, they cannot collect the data. There is it in many countries and and many states, there are laws passed. You cannot collect the data without user's consent. So you need to make sure that you are collecting it and you are able to upfront tell what you are going to do with the data. So in the Web3, using the decentralized identity, a user can go to whatever application they want, and using one token, they can able to log into multiple different platforms, multiple different decentralized applications. So it's all possible using the decentralized identity, and there are companies right now exist. You can able to use it. And another strategy is to partner with the blockchain protocols for sharing insights. So if you have other marketing agencies, those who share the same value, you can partner with them to promote the services as a joint service offering to your customers and also your partners' customers. And collaborating with the Web3 ecosystems. So there are a lot of wallets available. The MetaMask is the very popular wallet for Ethereum blockchain, and there are other wallets available. Based on your marketing needs, you can partner with those agencies and marketing companies and try to see how you can co-market their services and also your own services to attract more customers and grow the community. And also you can cross promote your decentralized applications with other marketing agencies. And another important thing is the leveraging layer 2 networks. See, the one of the main complaint in the Ethereum or in the main blockchains are all the transaction fee. The users have to pay a heavy transaction fee for that. But there are layer 2 technologies are there. So it's basically the transaction fee is very negligible compared to layer 1, which is the actual blockchain. So you can use the layer 2 networks for your token offerings so that you can reduce your cost drastically to attract customers. And also you can create hackathons to attract customers and business analysts coming to your website and start interacting with you on a regular basis. So focus on the relevant metrics. The metrics are very critical in the Web 2 and also in Web 3. So as I described earlier, in Web 2, there are several different metrics are all collecting, people are collecting. There are tools available. For example, Google Analytics, if you use it, then you can able to collect where the users are coming from, which geographical location they are coming from, how long they stayed in your website, are they coming back again and again, or they are just coming once in a while? All those informations you can collect. And then in the Web3, there are tools available to collect the data. For example, in the Ethereum blockchain, Etherscan is a website. You can able to go and do all the blockchain analysis based on that website. And there are tools available where you can able to get the Web2 data and the Web3 data and connect those two data to identify what your individual customers are doing, where they came from, what they did on the website, and what exactly they purchased on the blockchain. So, for example, Analytic Kit, we have a tool set. Using that, you can able to collect those data and have various digital dashboards for you to view the customer interaction both in the Web 2 and Web 3. So you should be able to, as a marketing agency, you should use these graphs and tools to understand what your individual customers are doing so that you can adjust your marketing campaign to attract more customers. So the common pitfalls to avoid is making sure that you upfront you tell what exactly your marketing goals for the particular service you are marketing, and also making sure that you are helping your customers to have a good UX design, because without a good UX UI design, you cannot able to attract customers. If the customers, if your community members couldn't use your tools using the UI, then it's irrespective of how good your backend technologies, they are not going to be interested and coming and using your tools and technologies again and again. And then making sure that you retain your customers. See, first thing is to start a community, engage them, and making sure that they are coming back and then again and again. Whatever strategy you use, make sure that you retain your customers and build a community. And if you have 100 people for the first month, and if your goal is to increase, then make sure that your customers or your community members are increasing every month, and also they are engaging on a regular basis. So if you have a goal of 50% engagement on the weekdays and then 75% engagement on the weekends, make sure that you are achieving it. Make sure you have tools and technologies are available, analytical tools are available for you to measure this and then fine tune your marketing campaign to continue to grow. And the final thing is the spamming. So rather than sending every emails with all the information, so make sure you understand your community members' goals and send emails appropriately, maybe once a week or 15 days once, whatever your strategy is. So unless otherwise there is important thing, you don't want to keep sending emails or posting into social media platforms. So the shift from pixels to tokens that already started happening. Various marketing Web3 marketing companies are already started using it. So rather than just having a clicking the website either for purchasing or reading a blog, in the Web3 you are engaging with them by using the tokens, uh, so that they you make your customers, your community members participate in your services and products upfront, and you are being genuine about your intention. You are telling them what exactly you are building. Thereby you are gaining the trust of your community members and growing your community. So the key takeaways in the Web3 is the user acquisition priorities, relationships over transactions. In Web2, the transaction, ultimately your goal, most of the marketing companies' goal is to buy the product. But in the Web3, it's not about transactions. Yes, transaction brings the money, but to get the transaction, you need to make sure you understand your individual customer needs and tailor the product and services based on their requirements. And also you are making them the co-owner of your product or services that you are marketing, so that they can go and market your product and services to their friends and families and bring them more users to your community. And you need to make sure that you understand and educate the decentralized principles of Web3 to your members. You can have a video chat with them, or you can create a blogs, whatever may be the strategy you have. You need to make sure that you are educating your customers and your members coming into your website, so that you can attract more customers in the future. And you need to have a proper Web2 and Web3 analytical tools to understand what exactly your customers are doing. We discussed about the importance of metrics in the Web3 world. Again, you need to collect the data in Web3 and also collect the data in Web2 to understand and use proper graphs and dashboards for you to understand and fine tune your marketing campaigns. So that's all I want to discuss in this video. If you have any questions or comments, please let us know. And please help us to grow this channel by subscribing to this YouTube channel. And as I said earlier, we do have a Web2 and Web3 analytic platform. To learn more about us, please visit analytickit.com, or you can go to dpa.analytickit.com and use your user ID and password to register. If you have user ID password already exist, you can start using it. If not, you can register and start using our Web3 and Web2 analytical products. Thank you. Bye.